Oh my God.
Today, I'm gonna be flying business class on Europe's best airline to see what it's like to fly in a seat which can cost over $7,000. I'm gonna show you everything from the business class check-in, 5-star lounge, and of course the flight itself. But unfortunately, as you're about to see, some parts of the experience were absolutely terrible.
Now, so far last night, I was trying to check in online, but I got into some issues. Pretty much it wouldn't work. I had selected a window seat over a week ago, and then when I went to check in, it wasn't there anymore. But now that I'm here, I think it's time to head inside and hopefully they can fix the situation. Yep. I was having issues checking in online, so I just said I had to come here. Check in. New York.
New York?
Yes.
New York J.
J?
J. Counter J.
Thank you.
Business?
Yeah.
Business.
Yes. Turns out I went to the wrong business class check-in. I don't know if it was the language barrier, but both of the Turkish employees were very kind of aggressive towards me, asking if I was in business class, which I have never experienced before. Normally they don't question you whatsoever. So far, we're off to an interesting start.
And naturally, the next thing I did was walk to the other side of the terminal where I found the proper check-in area until I was confronted by their employees yet again.
Hi there.
Hello.
How are you?
Have permission for?
I just do airline reviews.
Okay. No, normally because we give you permission for.
Are you
business class?
Yeah.
Do you want to use this in the lounge?
Yeah.
You have to have permission for this one.
I didn't know that. I looked online and it didn't say I needed any.
You can pass. Have a nice flight.
Okay, thank you. What an absolutely disastrous business class experience so far. All of this just to check in. Hi there, how are you?
Where are you going?
Newark. Thank you. Appreciate that. So I won't lie, that had to have been the most unenjoyable check-in experience I have ever done. First, I was interrogated if I was actually in business class. Then I was told I couldn't film in the airport by a Turkish employee. When I told them I was business class, the demeanor instantly changed. And for anyone who doesn't already know, there's something on your boarding pass you could get called the 4 S's. Basically, it means you get secondary searched and it's not very fun. And today I was lucky enough to get the 4 S's. Oh, come on. This is not a good start to the day. But now that we finally have the boarding pass, it's time to head through security, see if we get strip searched, and then I'm gonna go check out the Turkish Airlines lounge because apparently it's supposed to be super cool.
And thankfully, since I was flying business class, I had my own separate security, and I was actually able to get through pretty quick.
That was the most hilarious security experience I've ever had. Basically, I went up to the employee and said, do I get searched here or in America? Just dead face, America. So they didn't search any of my bags and I got through without any issues, which was awesome. So now it's time to go check out the business class lounge.
And since I was flying out of Istanbul, which is Turkish Airlines' main airport, this lounge was gonna be insane. Making my way inside, I was met with a giant LED wall and a grand piano before heading to the area to lock up my luggage while I enjoyed everything to come. This lounge had private suites, a flight tracker where you could see every Turkish Airlines flight in the entire world, soccer museum with tons of jerseys, 2 business class seats you could sit in while you play FIFA, a model racing track, wall of TVs, a golf simulator, which I sucked at, and even a virtual reality flight simulator. But how about the food? Well, for this, there were tons of different food stations, popcorn machines, more desserts than I could possibly eat, fresh homemade lemonade, carts of alcohol, various Turkish teas, and a wall of drinks if you still weren't happy. So I made sure to grab myself an absolute feast. So I'll be completely honest here, this is probably one of the most insane lounges I have ever been to. I've definitely never been to one that literally has a golf simulator in it. On top of that, there's also a VR flight experience, a miniature racetrack, and don't even get me started on the food because there is truly an endless amount. But there's still one thing left to do, and that's to check out the showers. Number 9? Cool. This bathroom is insane. We got a private toilet in case you want to do your business. And then there's also a bathrobe, hairdryer, and a bunch of towels. We've also got a full-size shower, which is literally massive, which also comes with a faucet and a rainfall shower. The floors are also all marble. I think it's time for a shower. It's official. This lounge is unreal. Airport showers are the best thing ever invented. I'll be completely honest, did I need to have a shower? No, but when there is a shower, obviously I'm gonna have it. So that is probably the best airport lounge I have ever been to. The golf simulator, the food, the staff, they were all unreal, and I'm gonna give it a solid 10 out of 10. And the craziest part is that was only the lounge, and now we have the business class flight. So it's time to go and find the gate. It looks like I've got a date with Turkish Airlines. Get it?
Date, D8. Yeah, okay, I'm done. I'll try my best. It's time for the flight.
And hopefully we don't die since it's a Boeing.
Hi there.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I am super excited for this.
Hi, welcome on board.
Hi there, how are you?
Good, and you?
Pretty good.
Second item on the left side, please.
Thank you. Oh my God, this is insane.
For today's flight, I'm seated in 6K, which is a window seat that is super modern and quite spacious. And I was also happy to see that it came with a pillow and multiple areas where I could put my feet to stretch out.
Would you like to be drink?
I think I'll go with the orange.
Sure.
Thank you, appreciate that. Super fresh. So right off the bat, this seat is incredibly comfortable. The butt cushion, back cushion, and headrest are all awesome. Because I just got on the plane, I haven't really had time to play with any of the buttons, but apparently there's different features. There's lay flat, lounging, and a few others with all the buttons that I can play with. But since I'm on the ground, I'm not allowed to do that yet. There's also a ton of space in here. For example, I'm only 5'8". My legroom is huge. I can move around. My arms can go all the way out. And even if you are a little bit bigger, this armrest is fully adjustable. So it can go up, it can go down. So if you need the more room, you have a solid few inches on your side. But just like any other business class, there's still so much more that I need to explore. For example, we've got the in-flight entertainment, we've got drinks, we've got food. All of that's going to be coming up really soon, so make sure you stick around for that.
But until then, let's check out some more of the $7,500 seats features. Up first, there was a coat notch to hold jackets, buttons on the touchpad which controlled all of the different lighting around the seat, massive side table, full-size power outlets, and even a pull-out mirror if you needed to do makeup or look at yourself. Under the mirror was a jack for the headphones, and speaking of which, I was given a pair of these full-size over-ear noise-canceling headphones which were actually super good quality. Looking around the seat some more, there was a remote for controlling the TV screen, pull-out tray table which is massive, 3 different side lamps which are optimized for different seating positions, air conditioning overhead, and a massive window which is always nice.
Welcome, sir.
Hi there.
It's for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We got the food menu and the drink menu. We are definitely going to have to go through these ones from the air.
And lucky for us, that was going to be very soon because we had begun pushing back from the gate. For today's flight, I was going to be flying 11.5 hours from Istanbul to New York City, and after getting to the runway, it was time for takeoff.
Thank you. Very refreshing. But now here's the game plan. I can already smell them making the food, so it's going to be coming out very soon. But now, before the food does come out, I think the first thing I'm going to do is check out the entertainment system, because obviously I want to watch some movies while I'm eating my food. Then once I'm done eating, I'm going to check out the amenities kit they gave me right before takeoff. And by that point, I'm probably going to need to use the bathroom, so I'll do a little review. And then after that, I'm going to be trying to get some sleep, because this is an 11.5-hour flight. And if I don't sleep at all, I am going to be very grumpy once I land. Before we get to that, let's start off with the entertainment.
Checking out the home screen, you can see there were tons of things to choose from, but there was also an option to link my phone, so it was time to connect to the Wi-Fi network and also Surfshark VPN. For anyone who didn't already know, if you connect to an airline's Wi-Fi, they have full access to what you do, and using something like Surfshark VPN helps protect you and your data against this. Now, as you can see, I was still able to browse through all of the different movies and TV shows offered on the in-flight entertainment, which had a super good selection to choose from. And the whole time I was protected, but did you know that Surfshark can do a bunch more too? Using a VPN, it can actually allow you to book cheaper flights and also stream your favorite shows in other countries, which is especially helpful for me when I'm doing all of this travel, and it will definitely come in handy during your next vacation. Using my discount code Struk or by clicking the link in the description, you get an exclusive deal, which gives you 3 extra free months, and there is no risk in trying Surfshark, since there is a 30-day money-back guarantee. But now, as I was finishing up with the entertainment system and interactive map, I noticed the crew coming around to take people's orders, so it's time for us to go through the menus, starting with the drinks. For wine, there's a Piticos 2022 Sauvignon Blanc and also a Chardonnay. But for the rest, there is whiskey, vodka, gin, beer, and much more. So now let's check out the food. For the main dishes, there was medley lamb chops, sea bass, or homemade ricotta, along with a bunch of different options that they'd be bringing around on the trolley.
What would you like to eat, main course, stay from the menu, man? So,
That's out of these 3, correct?
yeah, you're right.
Can I do the lamb chops?
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
You too. And then so the trolley and everything else just comes around?
I will serve everything with trolley service. You will see and you can choose inside what you want.
Oh, we just decide then?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Very much. Nice to meet you.
Appreciate it. You too.
And as soon as I was finished ordering, the crew came around and got my table all set up for dinner.
It's time for the food.
Before the appetizer, up first I was given a bunch of nuts to snack on, which was a pretty great start, but now it was time to order the drinks before the next dish.
What would you like to drink with your aperitif menu?
Can I do the Sauvignon Blanc?
Sure.
The wine? And then can I just do like a water as well.
Sure.
Thank you.
And right after ordering my drinks, I was brought out my appetizer, which came with salmon and 2 other things which I have no idea what they were, but was delicious, along with a variety of different breads.
Now after the bread, they gave me a date. I've honestly never had a date before, and I'm a little bit scared to try it if I don't like it, but when in business class, I may as well give it a shot. Oh, not bad. But now I think it's time for the main dish.
Which for that, I went with the lamb chop, which was massive, juicy, and overall a very solid choice.
So far we are done 2 courses out of the 3, and I am already full. The appetizer was salmon, then beef salad, and also something else, which I'm not sure what it was, but it was really good. Then for the main was lamb chop, a kebab, and some rice. Overall both were super solid. The kebab was a little bit on the spicier side, but now it is time for dessert, and I am super excited, because come on, who doesn't like dessert?
And for that, I went with every option, from fruits to ice cream, and also an entire plate of things I didn't know existed but were delicious.
And now that I'm all done in the meal service, I think it's time to check out the amenities kit. Up first we got some fuzzy socks with padding on the bottom, that's always nice. An eye mask, portable toothbrush, we've got some body lotion, huge thing of toothpaste, some facial mist, very misty. And now if you were paying attention earlier, you would know that that's not all, because I've also got some slippers and a pair of pajamas. So I think it's time to change into them.
And while we're already going to the bathroom for that, it's time for the loo review. Overall, things were clean, but the only thing different from a normal bathroom was some of the fresheners on the counter. So overall, it was pretty mid. But after making my way back to my seat, I noticed the crew had gone ahead and made it into a bed, which was a lovely gesture.
So you're probably wondering, why am I not in pajamas? Well, it turns out the pajamas are actually just another blanket. And I'm now about halfway through the flight, meaning there's only about 6 hours left, so I'm going to try my best to get a little bit of sleep. And then when I wake up, it's going to be time for breakfast, and I'll share my final thoughts. But if I'm being honest, the meal from earlier has officially put me into a food coma. And the craziest part is, for me, it's going to be a couple hours, but for you guys, it's literally just going to be a couple seconds. And if you don't believe me, just watch. See? I'll be honest, I really didn't sleep whatsoever. Compared to some of the other business classes I've been on, it wasn't the most comfortable at all. There wasn't a lot of padding, pillow wasn't the greatest. So it was more like I just rested my eyes for the last 3 hours. I didn't really get any sleep. But as you can see, they turned the lights on, which is the reason why it actually woke me up, because now it's time for breakfast.
And for that, it was a pretty impressive serving with yogurt, fruit, pastries, cheese, and also this apple French toast thing, which was unreal.
Overall, breakfast was really good, but I think it's time to share my thoughts. Going back to earlier during the check-in process, I'm just going to say it straight up, it was terrible. Again, I'm not 100% sure if the first guy was rude or it was just a language barrier, but then the second lady coming up to me saying I couldn't film until she realized I was actually a business class passenger. All the times I was questioned if I was actually flying business class, it just felt kind of disrespectful and that I was being profiled. Not in like a racist way, but because I was younger, they're just like, who is this kid? So overall, that whole process just kind of sucked. But now when it came to the lounge, that was an unreal experience. I've probably been to about 50 different lounges at this point, and I'd have to rank that one either number 1 or number 2. The only one that I might actually put above it is Emirates First Class, but even when comparing those 2 lounges against each other, this one had more amenities. For example, there was a golf simulator, there was a VR experience thing, and on top of that, I also found the showers and other things to be just a little bit nicer. But now for the most important part, what do I actually think about the flight? The seat is super big, it's private, the entertainment system is awesome, the food is also delicious, but my only complaint would be that the seat is a little bit basic. The reason why I say that is because last year I flew on Air Canada's business class, and it's pretty much the same seat. But on that one, it had massage features, it had a bunch of different adjustments that you could make, and on this one, there's only the 3 seating positions. Now in terms of just sitting and watching movies and stuff, it is super comfortable, don't get me wrong. But when it was made into a bed, I wish there was a little bit more padding and also a few more pillows, because it was a little bit on the stiffer side. And at the end of the day, the majority of the things that I actually ended up complaining about were super minor things that could easily be fixed. And overall, I would definitely fly this business class again. But anyways, there's still about 30 minutes left in the flight, so I'm going to enjoy the rest of this while I still can, because 99% of the time, I'm back in economy or on budget airlines, so this is always a treat for me.
And before I knew it, we had begun our descent into New York City, coming in for landing. So if you enjoyed this business class video, watch this one next, where I flew it on the world's best airline.